From forged Nazi files to AI-powered deepfakes, from Cold War propaganda to troll farms shaping modern elections, the Kremlin has spent nearly a century perfecting one tool above all others: disinformation. I'm Daniel, and this is That Intel Guy. Today, we're going to deep dive into Russia's long war on truth, how it started, the methods they use, and how the information battlefield is evolving in real time. So let's get into it. It all began in 1923. Joseph Unschlitt, a Polish-Russian revolutionary and one of the founders of the Czechia, the precursor to the KGB, called for the creation of a specialized disinformation office. From that moment, the Soviets institutionalized and weaponized lies. Their goal, not just to mislead, but to manipulate public perception, to influence foreign policy, and fracture enemy alliances. During the Cold War, the Soviets mastered what they called active measure. Think forgeries, fake NGOs, planted media stories, and even assassination plots, all to destabilise the West. One of the most infamous cases was Operation Infection. In the 1980s, the KGB planted a story in an Indian newspaper claiming that the US had created AIDS as a bioweapon. It was false, but it spread worldwide, and it stuck around for decades. Fast forward to the 21st century. With the collapse of the Soviet Union, you might think that these tactics die out. But think again. Under Vladimir Putin, a former KGB officer, the Playbook got a digital upgrade. Russian disinformation now operates on a scale never seen before. Through state media such as RT and Sputnik, troll farms like the Internet Research Agency, and armies of bots, the Kremlin floods the information space with what RAND researchers dubbed the fire hose of falsehood, a high-volume, contradictory, repetitive messaging with zero regard for the truth. So what kind of tactics are we talking about today? Classic propaganda, state-funded media presenting biased narratives as news. Troll amplification, paid operatives posed as real users to stoke division. Fake personas, thousands of accounts mimicking everyday people, posting political takes designed to exploit racial, economic, or ideological tensions. Hack and leak operations, hacking real documents, leaking them selectively, and spinning the stories with false context. Lastly, deepfakes and AI. In 2022, a deepfake of Zelensky urged Ukrainian troops to surrender. It was low quality, but a terrifying preview of what was possible. Ukraine has been Russia's disinformation test lab since 2014. When the pro-Kremlin president was ousted, Russia seized Crimea and denied it. Russian soldiers, without any insignia, were called self-defense forces. Propaganda painted Kiev as Nazis and fascists. Claims repeated so often that they became a cornerstone of the Russian invasion narrative. The same playbook reappeared in 2022. In the weeks before the invasion, Russia falsely accused Ukraine of genocide. Afterwards, it flooded Telegram and Twitter with staged videos, fake casualty numbers, and stories of Ukraine's defeat. But Russia's disinformation war isn't just limited to Ukraine. In 2016, the Internet Research Agency interfered in the US elections, creating fake groups, posing as Black Lives Matter activists, and even organising real-world protests. In Europe, Russia's backed far-right parties such as the AfD in Germany and Le Pen's National Rally in France spread content to divide voters and weaken the EU's unity. Operations such as Doppelganger went a step further, cloning real news sites to publish fake stories, giving disinformation a cloak of legitimacy. This is industrial-scale information warfare. Take the Social Design Agency. In just the first third of 2024, it pushed out 33.9 million fake social media comments. That's over 250,000 a day, across dozens of countries. These aren't amateurs. They use AI, psychological profiling, and tailored content to target specific demographics, from anti-vaccine groups in the US to farmers in France worried about energy prices. So why does Russia do this? Why does it invest so heavily in lies? It's simple. Russia can't outspend NATO. It can't out-innovate Silicon Valley, but it can out-manipulate the public opinion. Disinformation is about weakening alliances, dividing societies, and undermining the trust in democracy. As one former US intelligence chief put it, Russia wants to make truth just another opinion, and when everything is fake, nothing matters. Looking ahead, the next front is AI. Deepfakes are only getting better. Bots are getting harder to detect. Generative models can mass produce fake content tailored to your exact beliefs. And Russia isn't acting alone. China, Iran, and other authoritarian regimes are watching and learning. So what can we do about it? Firstly, understanding the threat. And secondly, learning to question the source. And third, supporting efforts to expose and counter disinformation wherever it hides. Because in the age of digital war, truth is no longer a moral principle, it's the first line of defense. I've been Daniel, and this has been That Intel Guy. Subscribe to stay sharp and keep up to date with what's going on in the world. See you!